Once upon a time, there was a very poor prince who only had a small country. However, that country is small indeed, but it is enough for him to choose a wife, and right now is when he is looking for someone to be his friend for 100 years. He was very ready to ask the emperor and number 39's daughter, and quote, "Are you willing to marry me?" And quote, he could very well do so, because his reputation was widespread throughout the region, and perhaps hundreds of princesses who heard him ask like that would answer, and quote, "Yes." And quote, but this is the emperor and number 39's daughter. Listen to the beginning and end of the story. On the king and number 39's father and number 39's grave, a rose tree grew. God! How beautiful is the rose tree! It only flowers once every 5 years, and only one rose, but it is such a fragrant rose that just smelling the flower is enough to forget all your worries. The prince also has a nightingale that sings wonderfully. From its tiny throat came sweet melodies. The emperor and number 39's daughter heard them say that and wanted both roses and nightingales. The prince then put both things in 2 silver caskets and sent them to her. The emperor had these things brought to him to see in the great hall, where the princess was playing reception with the ladies. As soon as she saw the silver caskets, she clapped her hands happily and exclaimed, "I wish I had a kitten. It would be so fun." But people pulled out the persimmon tree first. The palace maids howled, "Oh! So beautiful!" The emperor said, "Beautiful is not enough. It must be said that it is beautiful." But the princess ran out to smell the flowers and pouted and said, "Oh, dear father, the flowers are real, not fake." The flatterers chimed in, "Oh my! Real roses." The emperor said, "Let a number 39's see what a number 39's in that box first. Then Don and number 39's be angry yet." People opened the casket to let the nightingale out. It sings beautifully, beyond reproach. The maids spoke in the very bad French they usually used, charmant. Merveilleux. Sac mang. Merveille. So cute. So wonderful. An old flatterer complimented me. This bird reminds me of the late Queen and number 39's apothecary box with a gramophone. Exactly the same, from voice to melody. That and number 39's right. That and number 39's right. The emperor said, then burst into tears like a child. The princess said, "I can and number 39's believe this is a real nightingale." The people who brought the bird quickly said, "Yes, it is a real bird." Then let it fly away. And she was determined not to let the prince enter the palace. But he was not discouraged. He took brown and black makeup and smeared it on his face, pulled his hat down over his eyes, pretended to limp, walked in, presented himself and said, "Long live the Holy One. I beg your Majesty to allow my servants to serve in the royal palace. There are too many people applying for jobs. But I need a pig herder, can you do that?" The prince received a job tending pigs. They gave him a shabby room near the pig pen. He worked hard all day, and on the first night he finished making a beautiful pot filled with music. Every time the pot is placed on the stove, the music vibrates an ancient German tune. Ach! Du lieber Augustin! Alles ist wack, wack, wack. Oh hey! Dear Augustus! Everything is as it should be. It is as it should be. It is as it should be. But the most miraculous thing is that every time I stick my finger into the steam coming out of the pot, I immediately smell the smell. All the dishes are being cooked on all the stoves in the citadel. That pot is definitely different from a rose. The princess and all the ladies passing by heard the music, stopped to listen and fell in love, because she also knew how to play that music. Ach, du lieber Augustin. But to tell the truth, she only knows how to play that one line, and only knows how to play the piano like a trigger. The princess exclaimed, "It and number 39's the tune I already know." The pig herder is not a stupid person. Go in and ask him how much his guitar is worth. A palace maid crawled into the pig pen. Before entering the barn, she didn't and #39 forget to put on her clogs, then asked, "How much did you get for this pot?" "I took 10 kisses from the princess." The palace maid cried out, "Oh my God! Don and number 39 take anything less." The princess asked, "What did he say?" The palace maid replied, "I Don and number 39 dare mention it again." "How terrible! Tell me silently." The palace maid obeyed. Vulgar army. The princess cried out and left. She hadn't and #39 gone 10 steps when the music started ringing again. Ach, du lieber Augustin. Alles ist weg, weg, weg. Run over and ask if he is willing to receive 10 kisses from the palace maids? The pig herder replied, "No, thank you. 10 kisses from the princess, otherwise please leave the pot to me." The princess said, "How stubborn. Well, you guys stand around me, Don and number 39 let anyone see." The palace maids gathered around and stretched out their skirts. The swineherd got 10 kisses, and the princess got the pot. Everyone was happy. People brought the pot out to play all evening. There is no longer a kitchen in the capital that can keep it a secret anymore. From the guard to the shoemakers, they all know who eats what. The palace maids loved it so much, they clapped their hands and jumped up and down. "We know everything. Who will eat soup with almonds or omelette? Who will eat roasted meat and dough cooked with milk?" "Great! Yes." The overseer in the palace compliments. The princess added, "It and number 39's best not to gossip, because I am the emperor and number 39's daughter, do you hear?" All the palace maids said in unison, "God will keep our mouths shut for us." The swineherd, that is, the prince whom everyone thought was a genuine swineherd, did not let a day or hour pass without inventing something new. He carved a very beautiful kreisen. Kreisel, a round wooden musical instrument with large and small wooden bars. When rotating, a lever hits the wooden bars, making sound. When spinning, that kreisen emits a variety of waltz dances, galloping dances, polka dances, in short, all the dances in the world. The princess passed by and had to say, "This is so cool. I have never heard that enchanting music before. Go in and ask him how much that thing is worth. But no matter what happens this time, I won and number 39 kiss him." The maid came in and asked, then came back and answered. This time he asked for 100 kisses. The princess said, "Crazy," and she left. But before she had gone 10 steps, the princess stopped and said, "Art must be encouraged. I am the emperor and number 39's daughter. Go in and tell him that I will give him 10 kisses like yesterday, and if there are any left, my maid will kiss him enough." The palace maid struggled. "Kissed that rude pig herder?" The princess said, "So what happened? Even I can kiss you, let alone you are my servants that I feed and pay for." The palace maid returned to the pig pen. The swineherd insisted, 100 kisses from the princess, otherwise. "Who will keep that person and number 39's?" The princess commanded, "Stand around me." The ladies stood in a circle and the pig herder started kissing. The emperor was standing on the balcony looking out, wondering, what a number 39's going on so close to the pig pen. He rubbed his eyes and put on his glasses. "Ah!" The palace maids were playing around. "We have to go out and see what they and number 39's doing." The emperor put on his ice shoes and went down the stairs quickly. Descending to the yard, he gingerly approached. Actually, doing so was redundant because the palace maids were still busy counting each kiss so that the pig herder wouldn't and hash 39's kiss more than he was entitled to. They did not know that the emperor was coming. He stood on tiptoe to look in and exclaimed, "What is this?" Then he pulled out his ruby shoe and whipped the palace maids to pieces. The pig herder was on the 86th kiss when the emperor angrily shouted, "Get out!" So the swineherd and the princess were kicked out of the kingdom. It was pouring rain. The princess burst into tears. She lamented, "Poor me. Wouldn't and hash 39's it be better if I didn't and hash 39's marry the lovely prince?" The pig herder ran and hid behind a tree, wiped off the brown and black stains on his face, took off his ugly clothes, returned to the princess and his princely clothes and said, "I came here just to tell the princess that I despise her very much." The princess did not want to love an honest and kind prince. The princess did not understand the value of roses or nightingales, but because of such a trivial thing, the princess kissed a swineherd. Damn it! He immediately returned to his country, entered the house and locked the door. The princess came to his door, singing forever, "Ach! Du lieber Augustin! Alles ist vac, vac, vac." But it didn't and hash 39's work. The prince did not open the door. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.